the Always Believe House. Today we are going to graph systems of inequalities, but it's going to come from a word problem. Ho, 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 ho. What will Bubba Bob, Emma Sue, Jimmy John, and Lucy Claire eat today? Let's find out. And a magical whiteboard appears, and we have the life and trials of Bubba Bob, Emma Sue, Lucy Claire, and Jimmy John. So let's read number 1. Remember, when you use these problems and when you work them out, always use X and Y for your inequalities. Especially if you have to input them into the calculator, okay? So Bubba Bob needs to eat more than 10 stuffed crabs and shrimp, and let's do this. So the first thing that's pictured is stuffed crabs and shrimp. A stuffed crab costs 2, a stuffed shrimp, that's our Y, and a stuffed crab costs 4, that's our X, and he only has 32. So he needs to eat more than 10 of them, right? So if he needs to eat more than 10, we're going to have this, aren't we? So X plus Y, the shrimp and the crabs, has to be more than 10. And then we're going to have 4X plus 2Y has to be, he only has $32. So it can be 32, but it has to be less than or equal to 32. So we need to graph both of those lines. The easiest way to do this, and I made this worksheet up so it works, is to find the X and Y-intercepts. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do on this, we have our systems. To the right, put X equal, Y equal on both of them. Okay, so on the first one, the X-intercept would be 10. 10 divided by 1 is 10, and the Y-intercept would be 10, wouldn't it? On the next one, 32 divided by 4 is 8, so the X-intercept's 8. 32 divided by 2 would be 16, wouldn't it? So these are our intercepts. So let's graph this, and I think the graph goes 20 in all directions. So I made this up. So let's graph the first one. So we're going to count up 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're right here. This is our X. This is our Y. The X is what? Crabs. And the Y shrimp. And then this needs to be 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to bullet that in. And he wants to do more than 10, doesn't he? Notice our slope is going to be 1. So this is going to be a dashed line that goes down through here at it. Okay, now then, we're not going to shade yet, okay? Now then, let's graph the next one. On the next one, the X-intercept has, and I'll do this in blue, the X-intercept has to be 8, so 9, 8 is going to be right here. The Y-intercept has to be 16, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on this one, the slope is going to be 4 over 2 or negative 2 in it. So on this one here, we would go down 2, right 1, 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 down 2, right 1. This is where they cross. Down 2, right 1. Okay, now then on this one, we can draw a solid line. So we're going to draw a solid line through these points. Okay, now then remember, you're going to have 4 parts. So we have part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4, don't we? So part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. And the intersection point would be right here, which would be 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. 8, 4 is the intersection point in it. Now then, let's look at our red line. Our red line has to be more than 10, so that line needs to be shaded up, doesn't it? Okay, so the red line has to go up. That eliminates part 4 and part 3, doesn't it? It has to be above the red line. The blue line has to be less than, so it's going to get shaded down, isn't it? Okay, so notice the common part here is going to be in this area, isn't it? Okay, so any point in that area would work, okay? Any point in that area is going to be more than 10 of them, but it's going to be less than the 32 bucks. Now then, let's finish answering the questions. Can he purchase more than 4 crabs? So the crabs is right here, 1, 2, 3. Oh, let me get out of the... So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I go up right here, I could get 4 crabs, but I can't get 5, can I? If I get 5, I can't do that. So can he purchase more than 4 crabs? He can purchase 4, but he can't get 5. So this would be no. Write down 3 more sets of shrimp and crabs that can be purchased. Just find order of pairs in here. So we can get this one. Let me do it in black. Okay, and I'm going to zoom in. So I could get this one, I could get this one, and I could get this one, right? So those are my order of pairs. So this is 10, so I could do 2, 10, 2, 10. I could do 2, 11, and I could do 1, 12. All of these could be different depending on which ones you plot, and you just write down the order of pair. Remember, X is the crab and Y is the shrimp. What is the most number of shrimp that can be ordered and still get both? So what is the Y? The highest the Y could be would be right here. So I could get 1 crab and I could get 15 shrimp. 1, 15 would be the most I could get, and that would be this ordered pair right here. If I get 16 shrimp, I'll get 0 crabs on them. Okay, 16 shrimp, 0 crabs would be right here. Fun stuff. Okay, now then the independent variable would be the crabs, and the dependent variable would be the shrimp. So you could say the number of shrimp depends on how many crabs you order, and the intersection point is 8, 4. 8, 4 would not work because it's on a dashed line, correct? Any ordered pair on the dashed line won't work, including the intersection point. I'll do one more for you, then you'll do the back. Oh, Jimmy John must purchase at least 6 more thighs or breasts, okay? So we're going to let X be thighs and Y be breast. Breast costs $2, thighs cost $1, so Y and X. He has a $10 bill to buy dinner. Okay, so he wants at least 6. At least 6 means 6 could work. So X plus, and let me put this over here to the right sum. So X plus Y has to be greater than or equal to 6. Okay, so 6 is great, or at least, right? 6 is at least 6. Now then on the next one, the breast is Y and the thighs are X. So 1X or X plus 2Y has to be less than or equal to 10. So those are our 2 equations. Make sure your X's and Y's are correct on this. So the X will be the thighs, and the Y is going to be the number of chicken breasts. Ho, 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 ho. Now then, to the right, write down your X and Y intercepts. So on this one, X is equal to 6 and Y is equal to 6. And on the other one, X will be 10. 10 divided by 1, and 10 divided by 2 is 5, isn't it? So these are my slopes. Okay, so let's graph the first one. So the x-intercept 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the slope is 1 in it. So it's just going to go down like this, or actually -1. Connect the dots. So we have this line. Let's do the next one. So our next one, the y-intercept is going to be 5. So our y-intercept's 5, which is right down here. And the x-intercept is going to be 10. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the line is going to go down 1, right 2. So down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. And I get this line, and I'm going to draw, it's also going to be solid. Okay, so remember, what's going to happen on this, you're going to have 2 itty-bitty parts. So remember, our parts are part 1 is up here, part 2 is this little bitty part here, part 3, and part 4. Okay? So we have all these parts. Now then, let's do the red line. The red line has to be more than, right? So the red line has to get shaded up. And the purple line has to get shaded down, doesn't it? So that means the correct answer is going to be part 4 in it. Okay, so part 4 is going to be our answer. It's going to be all these ordered pairs down here. Okay, so that's how we get that, okay? Fun stuff. Now then, we got to zoom in and pick out what parts we want. Okay, so we've done 2. Now then, number 3, if he must get both pieces, what is the maximum number of chicken breasts he can buy? So the chicken breast is the Y. So if he gets 1 chicken breast, I'm going to zoom in. He has to get 1 chicken breast. He could go to right here, which would be 6, 7, 8. This dot right here would be 1, 8. And then the cross is at what? 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4 is where they cross, okay? Okay, now then, if you must get both pieces, what is the maximum number of chicken breasts he could buy? Is, like, the most he could buy, I'm sorry, that would be the least number of chicken breasts. So let's figure out the most chicken breasts he could buy. So we're going to go up, and right here, they're both solid lines, aren't they? So he could get 2, 4. So he could buy 2 thighs and 4 chicken breasts, couldn't he? Okay, so the 4 would be your Y, which is the breast, so 4 breasts. He could get 4 breasts, but only 2 thighs. That would add up to $10. Write down 3 combinations at work. I could do this combination. That combination would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 2. That would be 5 thighs and 2 chicken breasts. I could do this one, which would be 6, 1. And I could do this one, which would be 7, 1. So these are 3 combinations that would work. Remember, you can also put dots on the line on this one, because all of the lines are solid, aren't they? Okay, label the independent variable. The independent variable is the x-axis label, that's the thighs. The dependent variable is the breast. And the intersection point was 2, 4, wouldn't it? Ho, 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 ho. Turn the page! And I'm just going to help you set up the next one, and you're going to finish up the next 2 on your own. Fun stuff. Okay, let's go through and label this. She has $15, and she's going to get chicken, lizards, and gizzards. So livers would be X, gizzards would be Y. She wants to buy a combination of more than 12. Okay, so we're going to use X for livers, Y for gizzards, and we want to get more than 12. More than 12 is not an equal bar, is it? So the first equation is going to be X plus Y more than 12. And on the next one, she has to be less than $15, right? So it's going to be 1 chicken livers are X, so 1 X or X plus 1.5 Y has to be less than or equal to 12. Okay, now then let's get our intercepts. Is that right? Oh, sorry, it has $15. I'm sorry, she has $15. Oh, okay, now then, let's get our X and Y-intercepts. So our X-intercept and Y-intercept on the first line is 12 and 12. And on the second line, the X-intercept is going to be 15, but the Y-intercept will be 10. You got to do real small on this to get it in. And remember, our X-axis is livers, and our Y-axis is gizzards in it. Ho, 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 ho. Now then, you should be able to graph these, okay? One of the lines will be dashed, one of them will be solid. Get the intersection point, work it out. This is pretty fun stuff. Remember, you're going to get 2 small sections. It's going to be one of those sections that's double shaded. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Message me if you have any problems. Remember, you are amazing. You are created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome.